Welcome back. All right, so wanted to do a fun video today for the Entertainment Guy channel. Here I am. And this is, I mean, the channel just passed 28,000 subscribers. So what better way to celebrate that than talking about what I watch on TV? Where's everybody going? Anyways, so what I watch on TV normally doesn't line up with what people are telling me. Watch these shows. These shows are great. But it really is the time of day I watch shows. It is basically the kind of content that I consume is usually of the dating show variety or cooking or baking shows, this kind of thing. And there's reasons for that. First off, it's fun, relaxing TV. It's whether, however you may feel about the reality TV genre, and I've mentioned in recent videos, I do feel like there's a reckoning coming for the way that some of the companies have treated reality TV stars. Because if you're looking at a studio show, right? So you're bringing in trained actors, you've got script writers, you've got everything else that goes with it. You've got a studio, maybe a studio audience. It can get really pricey. It can be a really pricey situation. Whereas with a reality show, you still have a cast, but reality stars generally get paid a heck of a lot less than your big name Hollywood celebrities, right? Uh, to them, $3,000 a day looks like a lot. To a Hollywood actor, that's just not going to get it done, right? And there's the secrecy as well. It feels like they can get away with a heck of a lot more with reality TV than they do with studio, much for the same reason that a Hollywood actor wouldn't put up with some of the stuff that these normal everyday people that get picked for reality shows do. And I know saying normal everyday people, they're usually people with a high social media influence following because they want to say, hey, look who's on our show, kind of thing, and make sure that when these people reveal they're on the show, that it's going to garner more viewing numbers, right? But to me, it's just relaxing. I don't get stressed out about it. There's times when I'm like, oh man, there's gonna be a big fight, but I don't get stressed. I'm like, oh, this could be great. And then a lot of the time, it just peters out. My complaint being when they make it look like there's gonna be a big fight and then there's nothing. And it's like, really, you guys made it look like it's a. I kind of get it, but at the same time, we're already hooked. We're already watching. You don't need to create a false narrative to get us to keep watching. And missed an episode, who cares? This is part of it too. A lot of TV now is more serial, soap opera like, than it was back in the 80s or 90s, where you could just pick up a random episode and watch. A style of TV that I still like to watch. My wife and I have had disagreements on this. She does not like to jump into a series halfway through. If a movie started 20 minutes ago and I'm like, I'll watch it starting here, she won't watch it. She wants to watch from start to finish. And she's like that with TV series. But with the reality shows, like for instance, Bachelor in Paradise, there was one episode that just wasn't available on our on demand. So I was like, all right, well, we'll skip that then, and we'll just go straight to the next episode after that. And what did we miss? I don't know. Probably some drama of some sort. There were people that left during the episode that we missed, but I still knew what was going on. I wasn't going, oh, I can't follow this now. And that's something that reality TV shows, especially the dating variety, seem to have going for them. And even the baking and cooking ones as well. And I don't have to watch another show or another movie to know what's going on. Complaint about Marvel, and it's true. And Star Wars is getting that way too. So I guess it's a Disney issue, but it feels like it's a Hollywood issue in general. The whole everything's a multiverse, and you have, well, you'd understand what's going on here if you watch that movie, or well, you'd understand what's going on here if you watch that series. And I don't have much time for all of that. And at some point, I decided I'm not going to try to keep track of what's going on with Marvel anymore. So I'm hoping that in the coming years, Marvel and DC and Star Wars learn, but I'm not keeping my hopes up. And at some point in time, I just went, yeah, there's way too much show too many shows to watch. Billions. I haven't even started Billions. Secession. I haven't started that either. And again, it's because it can be a bit of a heavy topic. I'll come back to that though. Also, the negativity is everywhere online. Like it. So I don't like to watch shows now that are as heavy. Like when I was in my 20s, I watched some pretty dark stuff, and I liked the independent movies and the ones that were a little grittier than the others, the ones that maybe people didn't quite have the stomach for. Sometimes it was for violence, sometimes it was for other various content. And I could watch that and I could be like, this is really good cinema. This is and I was one of those indie following artsy fartsy types. But at this point, while I'm sure there are some great movies and TV shows out there, The one thing to keep in mind is when I have time to sit down and watch TV and relax, it's usually right before I go to bed. Now, what I used to do back when I was single many, many years back, I'd leave the TV on just for the noise. I spent so many years trying to sleep through noise that when I was by myself, it was too quiet, so I would leave the TV on. I would make the mistake of putting on a show I really enjoyed. Criminal Minds being one that I really, really enjoyed. The most messed up nightmares I've ever had in my entire life came out of the fact that I would fall asleep watching Criminal Minds. And so it would keep playing on the TV and it would mess with my brain. And so I learned, if I'm going to fall asleep watching TV or if it's bedtime, maybe I shouldn't be watching these really heavy crime shows. Maybe I shouldn't be watching this heavily violent stuff. I shouldn't be watching this really dark, foreboding stuff that, while I like it and I enjoy those shows, when my brain's winding down and getting ready for sleep, it's better that I'm not watching that. So I have never had a dream about one of the dating shows we watch or a cooking show or a baking it goes in the brain, it goes out of the brain, it's not a problem. But when it's the really heavy stuff and even some of the horror movie stuff, if I watch that right before bedtime, I'd be having dreams about Jason Voorhees, Freddy, whatever. Which, when I'm a teenager, I didn't really care. But at this point in time, it's like, oh, that's irritating. So, even though for whatever reason in my nightmares, Jason was usually a bad guy that was after me to kill me, and Freddy was usually like my buddy. We'd hang out, and I felt like he was misunderstood. But it may have been that I was a teenager and he was using me to get to other people. I don't know. It's a dream, right? But yeah, I do like to binge watch TV before bed, so I usually pick the nothing stuff. And during the day, if I'm going to watch TV and I'm like, I got a half an hour, I'll throw on an episode of Big Bang Theory. Even the really irritating later seasons where you'd have episodes that basically characters would have nothing to do with each other, and you'd be like, okay, so this storyline's just here so these characters have something to do, and they couldn't come up with a total script for the other characters. But still, I'm like, it's half an hour. It's not negative. It's not upsetting. It's not violent. It's there. It's just kind of there. It's a bit of background noise. I watch Friends too when that's on, and I do enjoy consuming content that doesn't necessarily impact my brain a whole lot, especially considering from 4 in the afternoon until 9:30 most nights it's just hockey. So that's that 5.5 hours where it's go 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 go, and then afterwards my brain's a little bit keyed up. And what brings me down? Watching some of the binge watching some of the dating reality shows. The Challenge is another one I've talked about. I really enjoy The Challenge. I think The Challenge is a really fun show. It kind of combines a little bit of everything that I like in reality shows. It's fun. It's mindless fun, and I enjoy that side of it, and so that's why I watch what I watch. So, anyways, there you go. Yeah, what a great idea for a 28,000 subscriber video, right? But I wanted to talk about it today. I know I've talked about something similar to this before, and if I'm just repeating stuff you guys have heard before, well, I'm doing it now wearing a Calgary jacket. There was a comment made about my jacket collection. I may do a video on my jacket collection to post to the main channel while I'm on holidays, so it'll be scintillating content while we're away in Disneyland. But yeah, everybody's gonna love that. Could be a lot of it's. Yeah, good thing you didn't record this in California. Wouldn't it be insane if I filled an entire suitcase just with jackets to take down to California for a video to shoot while I was in a hotel room? Yeah, I'm not doing that. I used to. The first time we went to Las Vegas, I brought one jersey for every team to make sure that I was ready in case something happened. I don't do that anymore either. So, anyways, I'm learning. But let me know your thoughts. Thank you guys so much for all your support. Thank you for helping this channel get over 28,000 subscribers. I do enjoy making content for both channels. I kind of consider this like relaxation from my brain as well. This channel kind of exists to depressurize from all the hockey all the time. And so I can just sort of chill and talk about whatever, and it's fun. So thank you guys so much for helping this channel succeed. To me, 28,000 is a success. Not on the same level as, say, the 300,000 plus on the main channel, but that's still pretty good. So thank you guys so much for your help along the way. I will talk to you again soon enough, and if you haven't already hit like and subscribe, it is appreciated if you do both. This is one channel, I will say this, if you're going to hit the bell for notifications, this is the one channel where you're not going to get notified tons of times every day like you would with the hockey channel. So that's why I never talk about the bell for notification, but I think you're pretty safe if you ring the bell for notification on this channel. I think you're pretty safe. But thank you guys so much for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.